What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Circus here. Today on the left side here, we have another live duel. This is going to be a Purrely versus PK adventure here. They're going to be diving off right away. Sorry about that. We're going to be seeing the PK player going to go first. They're going to be activating the Right of Aramis here, banishing itself, playing the, I guess, Fateful, going to search for the right. Right's going to activate, putting the on the field, as well as Fateful Adventurer. And we do see they have Boot in hand here. We've seen PK on the channel before. We've been playing this deck for a long time. Jacob's been playing this deck. I think if Dylan, Delicious Memory is now at 1, but we'll see how good it is still. I think it doesn't stop the Purrely or our Happiness OTK, I should say. But we're going to special summon out the Temple that we searched off the Fateful, discarding Drago back and equip itself. Then we can special summon, or we can normal summon out the Boots. Then we're going to go for a Link level 2 here. We have to use 2 level 3s though, which is extender. We're dumping the copy of Scales here, so we're gonna be dumping. We're gonna be leaving the two BAs in the deck, but we can activate the effect of Boots, which is gonna banish itself. Then Scales will be able to summon itself out here. So not the best board, but still something. I think we also have one of the BAs in hand, so we could special summon it out to a zone that the Cherubini points to if we wanted to. We're going to be banishing the Boots, and then we're just going to be summoning out the Torn Scales here as well. We're going to search for Fogblade, summoning out the Torn Scales. In the middle column, so maybe that makes me think that they have both BAs in hand. But yeah, I'm just to see how Purrely is going to work out here. We're going to see them go into Dark here, and then we're going to see Scales effect going to send the Graph to dump the Cloak. And then we're going to be seeing that dump the Seer, and then Seer is going to be summoning out the Cherubini here. This will give us access to Rusty, but yeah, so Rusty effect's going to activate here. Going to be searching us. Now we're sending the gloves to set the Fogblade onto the field here. Crazy card. I think it's crazy against Purrely, because you can just stop it and then they can't continue to slap on some stuff. It's not the best, but still. We're going to be banishing the Cloak in the graveyard here, searching for the Boots. Then we can special summon out the Boots because we normal summon out the first one because we control a PK monster. And then we can go into the Break Sword. Rusty effect's going to activate, targeting the Break Sword, destroying it. Then Break Sword effect's going to activate, summoning back out 2 level 3s, turning them into level 4s. Going for the gloves. And this is normally for the Evil Swarm Nightmare. Thinking on what they're going to be summoning back, though, it looks like. Going for the Scales and the Boots here. And then going into the Evil Swarm Nightmare. He worked so hard to get this card. I remember how long he was telling us. He kept looking for it. You're going to put the Wings in graveyard. So this is going to facilitate the Rusty pop during the opponent's turn, which is going to be able to pop one of the Purrely monsters, which is why it's needed to, because I can banish some of Break Sword, then Rusty effect's going to activate, popping the card onto the field, which is crazy. You definitely need that. And then I set the other Fogblade and pass with 1 card left in hand. We're going to see a Prod of Prosperity here going to activate, banishing for cost. And this is interesting because with Fogblades, you're practically making it so that Zeus cannot be achievable here. Especially with 2 Fogblades, being able to just Fogblade the any XYZ on the field is insane. Evil Swarm Nightmare is very good as well. Being able to pop a card is also very good against Purrely. Or I guess it's not even. It's like Evil Swarm Nightmare, which is a Book of Moon essentially, and Book of Moon against Purrely is very good. We're going to be seeing a summon out of Fenrir here, which is a very good card. Is there a world where they're going to activate the Evil Swarm Nightmare here, detaching these scales to book it. And then chain the Econ here, tributing off the Fenrir to steal the Nightmare. This will allow them, they can just make Zeus with this too, if they wanted to, but you have to do something else as well because they do have the Fog Blades. So like here at the chat, are you taking the Nightmare and stopping the so now they can have a Zeus easier line if they want to, but they still have the Rusty play to pop. We're going to see a normal summon of the Purrely. I really actually like the Econs. That card's pretty sick. I think it's really good right now in a lot of decks. If they're going to activate the effect, they're going to hit, and they do add to hand, which is very nice. We did see the Duster in the main deck. I think that's correct for this event because of the fact that we have so many trap players here. Santa Claus is going to go over the Rusty there. So now we have to deal with 2 Fog Blades. Pretty Memory is going to be summoning out by detaching the Thrust here. I'm going to be summoning out the Purrely. And we're going to see Purrely effects going to get hit by the Fog Blade, so being negated. Then they can either link or XYZ with these. You see the Fog Blade turned upside down because it cannot leave the field. We still have 1 more Fog Blade, but the thing is then you can, we're going to be able to attack with an XYZ regardless. And we're going to activate another Thrust, so on 2 Thrust here is interesting as well. It makes sense maybe replacing the Delicious with Thrusts. Is there a world where maybe you search for Duster, and then you just Duster the back row? Or maybe they don't want to get too engraved. And that way you can just activate Lily effect and make. Search for talents, okay. Talents draw 2 could be very good as well. Did not see what they drew there, but if the second Fog Blade hits the graveyard, they'll be able to do the effect. They're gonna go for the Fuchio guy. This guy is pretty cool. It's essentially like a little towers. They're gonna go battle phase. Evil Swarm's gonna attack into the Santa Claus. Take some damage here, but it's not gonna matter because we're gonna be able to go for Downer Zeus here if we wanted to. And Zeus will get double send, so the Fog Blade will not be able to stop it. They're going to activate the effect, detaching. They pretty much have to hit the with Fog Blade there. They're going to be chaining the second Fog Blade, or the second Zeus. But here they're only on a Zeus 2 card, and they're going to activate Sleeping Memory here. It's going to be descending the Prosperity they drew for a Lily. Lily effect's going to activate here. And then be able to chain the Fog Blade, summon out the Rusty, and then on resolution of that, then chain the Wings, summon out the Break Sword, and they're going to be able to pop the Lily, so it's not going to be able to summon out anything, and this is going to be, going on to game 2 here we're going to be seeing. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, to be honest. Rusty is still a crazy card. I remember that card was banned. It was so good. I really like the PK deck. This is it's a very good rogue deck, to be honest, in the hands of a good player like Jacob. It's a big shout out to Jacob for featuring this on the channel a lot. He plays the deck a lot. I love watching him play. I don't like playing against him because I always lose, but it's nice to see a deck like PK being able to be played years after it was released. Like it first came out in what? Wing Raiders. Like that was way back. Like I first started getting competitive around that era, a little bit before that, but Makes me happy to see. And I remember like playing PK myself when Scales came out in Phantom Rage, I think it was. I remember like playing the Tri Brigades and playing that deck, and it was so hype. And I remember the big monster. That card was sick with Arc Rebellion. Um, making it like a 10k attack is just crazy. Maybe we'll get some more support someday in the future. I think there's 2 more anime cards that we haven't seen yet. But who knows? And then Purrely's getting a new card in Dueling Nexus, getting a trap card and a extra deck monster. And the extra deck monster is the X Purrely Happiness, I think. I don't even know. But essentially, it like gives it the lore of the Purrelys, I guess. Like the availability of have like X Purrely Beauty as well. So we might see a little bit more Purrely cards coming out in future sets. But diving into game 2 here, we're going to be seeing the Purrely player going to be going first. You can't let the opponent do that. We see a Book of Eclipse in the hand of the player. And X Purrely can be summoned off of Sleeping Memory, which is what the kind of what the point of the thing is. So we're going to be seeing maybe some more memories as well. So we got Lily, and then we're going to be activating the Lily effect here. We dumped My Friend Purrely, which is kind of weird too. We discarded My Friend Purrely here, which is kind of weird. Maybe we have 2 of them in hand. I'm not too sure. We do have the Pure Leap or whatever, the trap card. Or we do have the My Friend Purrely. So we're going to activate the effect. We're going to reveal Delicious, Beauty, and Beauty. And they choose one at random. See under the table shuffling. And do we hit the Delicious is the question. We see a normal summon out of Lily, or Purrely. We're going to whiff there, unfortunately. Part of the bad things about running less Delicious now is that you're going to be whiffing more than ever. Especially, it hurts a lot more than just 2 cards, because you'll see you'll see your opening 5, and then so instead of 2 out of 40, it's 2 out of 35 or less. So right now it's 2 out of you potentially lost 2 out of 30 essentially, which is a bigger ratio than what people think it is. So they're gonna go for the Beauty here, attach, make it. They're gonna activate it during the standby phase. Attaching the Sleepy to it. They're gonna chain Book of Eclipse here, so no draws off that Sleepy, unless we have another one maybe there. Let's see. This is going to be during the draw phase. Yeah, I mean if you tag out, it won't really do anything here. They're going to be tagging out and hitting it with the second Book of Eclipse, just getting rid of that whole board essentially. And we do see the Droll in hand as well. They're asking a defense on the Beauty. We're going to see a Griffin Rider being summoned out here. Always opening the bricks. Enter battle phase, attack into the Lily. They're going to be normal summoning out the Boots, going into the Dark. Dark effect's going to be able to take the Pure Lily. Then we go into the Rusty. Rusty effect can activate here. Dumping probably the Scales, and they're not Scales, but the Torn Scales. It's going to be setting probably the Fog Blade. So pretty much stopping any crack back there. And then we'll be banishing the Boots, searching for searching for Fog Blade, summoning out the Scales here, activating Scales, dumping the Fog Blade, sending the Cloak. Cloak's going to push himself out off the Fog Blade being banished, activating the effect, gaining the 800 or 600, whatever it is, overlaying for the Rusty, activating the effect, popping the My Friend, so when that one leaves the field, it's not going to be able to activate. They're going to activate the effect and pop the Break Sword, and it's the face down. And they're scoop it up there, realizing that they're going to be top decking, and against a Fog Blade and a pop is going to be pretty impossible. So going to scoop it up there. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Want to see any more Purrely or PK content, let me know down in the comment section below. And don't forget to stay safe. Peace.